As we get ready to celebrate the upcoming national holiday of Thanksgiving, I'd like to share with everybody out there that's listening what Thanksgiving means to a lot of our Native people in the state of South Dakota. But before I do, I'd like to share a little bit about our culture, and that as Indian people in South Dakota, we celebrate different types of honorings, and during those honorings we have meals, we have we exchange gifts, and it's not necessarily a special holiday that we practice these values and ways of life as Indian people. But for Thanksgiving, a lot of our Indian people in South Dakota do celebrate Thanksgiving, and we celebrate it because it's a time where our families reunite. It's a time where our families introduce the newborns that have come into the family. Maybe there's in-laws, married couples, and those different types of instances where our Native families use Thanksgiving holiday to bring their families together. For our Indian people in South Dakota, for many hundreds of years, if not thousands of years, family is the root of the humanism of our Indian people. It's the doctrine of our way of life that builds the foundation for that next generation to come up with those understandings of what family means to them as a member of the family, but also as the tribal community, the tribal nation. Our families have instilled compassion. They instilled values of generosity. They instilled values of empathy. And when we start to look at what family means to us through that lens, we begin to see that we are no different than anybody else. We are no different than our neighbors. We are no different than other people from other states or even other countries. We're all the same. We were all created the same. And we as Indian people in South Dakota, we value being able to reunite with each other, to see our family and our friends. And I'd share a little bit with you that as a young person growing up in a home that believed in the values of our Dakota people, our family sponsored and had hosted many Thanksgivings for a lot of our relatives, a lot of our friends, and even the homeless. We like to exercise, practice. We live by those Dakota ways and those Dakota customs. I've been through many different reservations throughout my life where I've been to dozens of different families where those families used the holiday of the national holiday of Thanksgiving to host big family events. They would play card games, they'd play board games, family traditions that have been practiced for many, many decades. There's a lot of time the singers of the families will break out their hand drums, they'll sing round dance songs, they'll sing Kahominy songs, they'll maybe even sing an honor song for a family member that they haven't seen in a long time. And during those Thanksgivings, a lot of those Indian people will make their special dish. Indian tacos, they'll make soup and fry bread, they'll make other family dishes that were important to them when they were growing up themselves. So I'd like to share that message with you today that our Indian people across South Dakota, many of the natives in our tribal nations do celebrate Thanksgiving, and we use that national holiday to reunite our families, bring together our friends, share a meal, and exchange gifts. Thank you.